years down the road.
Yes, you know we will carry you home no matter what, because we are the Berkshire Culture Connect on B Radio. And we thank everyone for holding it down the whole week, waiting for the big one, the Berkshire Culture Connect. Now we're here. My name is Tomson T-Nice, and I don't roll alone. I'm always with a beautiful, beautiful Helen is.
Good evening, everyone. Sarah Sakala here.
Sarah Sakala. And we're here to do some beautiful things, and we like to share beautiful stories from around Reading, the way it is, how it is, and no preservatives, no sugar coating. And today we're joined by someone whose name has become part of the heartbeat of Reading's music scene. He's a guitarist, mentor, businessman, and community champion, the founder of Rock Academy, a place that has shaped countless young musicians over the years. He's also just been recognized with the Pride of Reading Award for Local Hero. And he is not slowing down. His latest venture is play guitar, which takes a fresh approach, recycling, repairing, and sharing guitars to so many people so that they can have an experience and the joy of music without worrying about the cost. He's now opening a brand new shop in Reading Town Centre to bring that idea to life. It's a real pleasure to welcome you, Pete Doyle.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How have you been?
Sarah. Yeah, very good, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
You've got a guitar there.
I have got a guitar.
It would be nice to just kick off with with music. How about that?
Yeah. So it's radio, so I thought I'd bring a guitar.
Why not?
So this guitar is 32 years old.
Wow.
It was handmade by a guy in Reading called Ian Time in 1993.
What?
Yeah. And he used to make guitars for all sorts of people. It's an electric guitar Stratocaster with mahogany body, bird's eye maple neck, and rosewood fingerboard. And I had the pleasure of refretting this.
Yeah, is it looking for a home?
No.
You keeping this one?
Yeah, this is in my will.
32 years.
Yeah, so this was handmade for me. So when I sort of started playing guitar, I didn't want to go for a shop built guitar.
Oh yeah,
a shop sort of manufactured. I wanted something that was custom. So this has got its own sound, and the guy I used to visit it every week.
Wow.
It took him 6 months, and he handed it to me and said, in 25 years' time, this will sound good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But Pete, let's start with the early days in your background.
Okay.
Right? Because we love guitars. We will play some more guitars. Pete, congratulations on your Pride of Reading Award. And how did it feel to be recognized as a local hero in your own hometown?
It was amazing. The best bit was when I was walking up, they mentioned my name, and these drummers played. That was really cool. So thank you, Tomson, for playing, and Otto and Graham as well. But yeah, it was. I think it's nice to be recognised. We do things, don't we? All three of us here do things.
Yeah.
Because we want to do them.
Yeah, that's right. We love it.
Yeah, it's part of our DNA. It's part of what we do. And if other people recognise it, that's great. That is good. And it was great. I didn't recognise the person that they were talking about. Yeah. If I'm honest, because it's very surreal. But yeah, I just made. I was sort of born in Reading. Always wanted to contribute to Reading's music. Couldn't afford to when I was working, but now I can. Now I'm sort of at the autumn of my life. I can give back even more. So yeah.
No, absolutely. And you just mentioned you were born and bred in Reading. So what was the music scene like when you were growing up here?
It was very. So I was born in '69. So basically late '70s, early '80s. It was pretty much typical of a market town across the UK. A lot of pub bands, a lot of pubs, obviously, because we've got the brewery in the street. So it was, I just remember a lot of post-punk stuff going on. A lot of bands have come from Reading then. And there were lots of venues. You could easily get a gig as a musician.
Yeah, and anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere.
Anytime, any day. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was, if I'm honest, it was a bit rough and tough. It was the 70s, 80s. A few of my mates were in bands, so I'd always wanted to aspire to be in a band, actually, and play the guitar.
Let's take a short break here and play a song called "The Subway" by Chapel Run. When we come back, we need to explore your background in the early days and what inspired you to play guitar.
Thank you for joining us this evening, Pete. So, do you remember your very first guitar, and what inspired you to pick it up?
Yeah, good question. So my first guitar was given by a friend of mine called Toby Griffin, who was a drummer in a band called the Meteors, which were, originally Coffin Nails, which is a local band, and then Meteors. And they went on to play a lot of what you call psychobilly music. You imagine rockabilly, but with a punk attitude. Really fast 2-minute things.
Wow.
So at 16, 17, you're going to get excited, you know.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
What inspired me, originally Buddy Holly, really into his sort of sound, and then eventually Eric Clapton, and then I went back to the source and just landed on B.B. King and stayed there for about 40 years, really just trying to learn what B.B. did, watch how he played, and I liked his style. It was very slow. It was a conversation. So he'd play a bit, let a little bit of space, play another little bit. It wasn't about playing 100 miles an hour, you know, it was much more, and I thought, yeah, I could do that. I don't have to practice to play fast, I can practice to play with soul, you know, and he was a gospel player as well as blues.
Love that. And you founded Rock Academy, which has become one of the biggest music schools in Reading. How did that idea first come about? It's not. I would say it was School of Rock. Do you remember there was a film called School of Rock? Jack Black. Yeah. I wanted to be Jack Black, and my kids were very young at the time, so I thought, let's try and be a cool dad.
Cool dad.
Probably tried too hard on that one. So I called it Reading Rock Academy because it was all about Reading, and I wanted to encourage original music. I wanted people to see. Now at the time, 2008, when I set it up, there was a big financial crisis, so there was a lot of doom and gloom, and I wanted something to counter that and be positive and say, right, let's hire the biggest place in Reading, the Hexagon. So I hired that from the council, and I said, let's do a battle of the bands, so you get the best bands across all the schools in Berkshire.
Wow.
And I wrote to about 100 schools and said, look, put in some people for auditions. A few friends of mine, a guy called Jiv and Tracy, helped out, and we did auditions at Ready Pop, and then they were on the big stage at the Hexagon. So for that first generation of people playing their own song, they were sort of aged between 11 and 16, 17, so it was a big stage for them with 1,000 people. We had to sell 1,000 tickets, and doing that event was kind of promoting the Rock Academy, but also I was learning how to use social media, and I was learning how to treat musicians with respect. So we gave each teenage band a dressing room.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, a rider. We had a rider with fruit, fresh fruit, and then we did media interviews, and I got friends of mine, David, to film it. So we had like a 3-camera film interview, so they got a whole experience, not just playing.
That's right. Just learning to be a musician and backstage, that sort of thing.
And promote yourself and talk about the songs.
And in case you've just joined us, my name is Tomson Chauketina, and I've got Sarah Sakala in the studio. And today we're joined by someone whose name has become part of the heartbeat of Reading's music scene. He's a guitarist, a mentor, a businessman, and community champion, the founder of Rock Academy, a place that has shaped so many countless young musicians over the years. He's also just been recognized with the Pride of Reading Award for Local Hero. He's not slowing down just yet. His latest venture is play guitar. Takes a fresh approach, recycling, repairing, and sharing guitars so that more people can experience the joy of music without worrying about the cost. He's now opening a brand new shop in the Reading Town Centre, and you want to visit that shop because it's going to be awesome. Let's play a song, and when we come back, we talk more about Rock Academy. Becky Hill and Sigala. I wish you could change this song to Music on My Mind. Heaven on My Mind is a song by Becky Hill and Sigala. We are here joined by Pete Doyle. Pete, it's amazing. I love your story. that it connects us with Reading, and you can really feel the passion in what you do. That's something you don't hear every day. I think a lot of people will relate to that. Those that have lived in Reading, they will relate to the pubs that you've spoken about. You know, we want to talk more about when Rock Academy started and the people that have come through it.
Yeah, so the format of the Rock Academy is really 4 or 5 teenagers in a room with a band coach, someone that we've checked out and trained, and or someone who's a practical musician who wants to give back. And they have basically a term to write a 20-minute set. So it could be 3 songs, it could be 4 songs. And keeping pure to that, that's not changed in 17 years. So at the end of the term, they do a gig in front of their parents and their peers.
Yeah.
And I was on a mission to prove that young people were creative. You don't have to just learn covers. There's nothing wrong with covers, of course.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
but it's also important that you start from an early age to create your own stuff.
Exactly, and talk about what's bothering you, what's on your mind, and get that angst out there.
What society looks like, that sort of thing.
And so we had, around the time when I was doing the band coaching, before I sort of stepped down and let other people run it, which was really important, because if I was doing it all myself, it would run out of steam, because I would run it. So I had to delegate. I had to have a 100-year plan, which meant it wasn't about me. It was about
the community and the musicians.
Yeah, exactly. So we had a band called Area 52. They were a 5-piece band, 3 guitarists. They were fantastic. And we had the Reading Uni gave us a little old student union in Woodley called Bournemouth Court Campus. And Area 52 were playing. We used to do band coaching there. They played, and their peer groups were just into their music, and I thought, we've got something here, let's do something. So around 2013, I said to them, do you want to go to Abbey Road and record 2 tracks? So I had a producer friend of mine who was going to sit in and produce it, and they loved it. And the 2 tracks were radio quality tracks,
What an experience.
They got playlisted on Radio 1. So... And then all of a sudden, they were a thing. They were a band. They had management interested. They changed the name to Valeris. And this was around the time that peers were changing their names to Amazons. And there was another band called The Flux, and they changed the name to Sundara Karma. And Sundara Karma was signed. Obviously, we know about Amazons. They're amazing.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
And one of the proudest moments I had was when Amazons were playing. I think Sid put them on at the Hexagon, or it could have been Dave at Heavy Pop. Amazons were headlining, and Valeris supported them, and it was great to see them in the Hexagon.
That's right.
1,000 people playing their own songs, and their peer groups loving it, and joining in.
Sweet.
So that became a thing where we could say within the academy, come in after school with a band coach, learn a song, get your set ready. You don't have to read music. It's all about just sharing the passion, and most importantly, perform the song live. And we did it at the jazz cafe over at Medeski, Select Leasing.
Yeah, that's right.
And now they do them at the Turtle, so you'll see them at Purple Turtle this Christmas. So if you're there, follow them on Facebook. It's Reading Rock Academy. And if you want to go onto their website, it's it's the rockacademyfoundation.org. And a good friend of mine, Ian, he still is a business systems architect. He knew how to do some of the diligent work that I wasn't very good at. I was more
dirty work behind.
He made things
the important
happen.
people.
I was just the energy and the pushing the boundaries. Like you do, Tomson. And we do that. And I see it with Sarah as well. She does this as well. So we have to sort of lead by example, and then we need the help of people who are very good at admin to help us out.
That's right, to make things look good. Yeah. Okay, we are going to play a song, and when we come back, we want to focus on other things that you're doing these days. They play guitar.
That was Rita Ora and Liam Payam for you. Pete, welcome again to the show.
Hiya.
I have a couple of questions for you. Many musicians in Reading today trace their roots back to Rock Academy. What's been your secret to inspiring the next generation?
Good question. I'm not going to claim that that's entirely what I've been doing. Just one of many people. I think the secret is to treat musicians with respect. And it is a proper job. And any creativity, whether you're writing words, poems, writing a film script, or writing music, it is a proper job, and we should get behind that and put rocket fuel behind it, and not see it as a sort of, oh, that's a fun thing, but get a proper job.
Yeah.
This is a proper job.
This is a job.
It is, isn't it? And that as well, Tomson.
Yeah,
we've had that chat loads of times.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's remembering that and putting the musician slightly above me so I can look up to them. That's really important. So we should never feel big that we have to look down on people. We've got to look up to people and give them a chance, give them a leg up. And I get inspired by experiences that I've had at working with kids with autism. And also when I started the Rock Academy, we did some work in the Dromedesky Academy, as it was called then. And there was a guy there who was finding it hard to stay in school during school time, which is my polite way of saying he didn't often stay in school. But he would come back into school in the after school for my band coaching. And I thought, how can you have a kid that's truanting from school and then wants to come into school? That was a social change. So the school got behind that and said, look, if you behave and you can stay in school, then you can do Pete's band coaching.
Then you can play guitar.
And I liked that, but I didn't like the carrot and stick, because I thought, let's make school better so that they don't have to feel that, So there's still stuff to do. Every time I'm breathing, I think about, we've got to change stuff, and music is such an important part of the curriculum and creativity.
No, it really is. And how have you seen Reading's young music talent evolve over the years? Are there any standout stories of students who've gone on to do great things?
Yeah, I talked a bit about Valeris. They came through the academy, and individually they're still doing stuff. So Rose is now Rose Ray. She played the Ready Pop Fiesta. Kate and George, they're Oh Dear is a band. And Max, who was the drummer of that band, he's DJing. And Kat is also still into her music and reading and writing. So and being creative. So for me, it was. But around that time, I was just one of many people. So you've got the Amazons that have really made it, and they pushed through. There was we had bands called Draw the Shades. They put some of their stuff up on their music up on streaming sites. But it's really plugging into the after-school extracurricular world that, and I didn't want it to feel like a school. As soon as I started using lessons, language like lessons, so it had to be just. Trying to say it's not school, it's a safe third place in people's lives. You've got your home, you've got your school, and then you've got the Rock Academy.
So where you can express yourself musically.
And it was important that it was safe, so we had to make sure we did all the checks that we need to do, to make sure it's from a safeguarding point of view. And the people I employed, I had to check them out as well.
Really.
You've mentioned something very powerful there, community. And we want to talk about community later. It's clear that this isn't just business for you, it's personal.
Yeah,
it is personal, and that's what I love about your story. It's raw, it's real, it's straight from the heart, and you do everything with passion.
Yeah, I get it from you, Tomson.
And we really want to talk about play guitar, because that's the newest venture.
Yeah.
Let's play a song, and when we come back, we dive into play guitar.
Music now across the
background bits of music with guitar. How about that? There we go. The guitar is playing, and keep going. Just in case you've just joined us with the background, as you can hear, today we're joined by someone whose name has become part of the heartbeat of Reading's music scene. He's a guitarist, as you can hear, a mentor, a businessman, and a community champion, the founder of Rock Academy and Play Guitar, a place that shaped countless young musicians over the years. He's also just been recognized with the Pride of Reading Award for Local Hero, and he's not slowing down just yet. His latest venture, Play Guitar, takes a fresh approach, recycling, repairing, and sharing guitars so that more people can experience the joy of music without worrying about the cost. Sarah, you've got a question about Play Guitar.
I do. Thank you so much for that. Honestly, right. I'm really excited to talk about the Play Guitar project.
Yeah.
And you're not just teaching music, Pete, you're promoting sustainability.
Yes.
Why was it important for you to connect the two?
It's a very good question. So it's called playtheguitar.co.uk and it's launching in Reading. I want to make it a national project and I want to try and help rehome or recycle and repair 1 million guitars and put them back into the hands of people who want to play the guitar. So for me, it's important that we take sustainability seriously and recycling very seriously. And sometimes I meet people and they've got a guitar, they had it when they were 16 and it's in the loft somewhere or it's gathering dust, and I keep saying, get it out, play that guitar. And then a deeper conversation emerges where something happened in their life and they may have, it may not feel appropriate for them to play it, or they just felt pressured at school to play it. So I'm meeting more adults now who are sort of at a middle age who just want to get back into having fun and playing. So I thought I'll find some, and I was always having people donate guitars to me. I thought, let's repair them, let's recycle, repair them. If we can't repair them and make them good, then we'll turn them into art or street signs, or something. And then the very kind people, I met a really kind person called Kat in Reading a couple of weeks ago. She's running the bike shop hub. There's a bike hub in the old Mothercare shop in Reading, and she said, do I want to take some space? I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to be repairing guitars. People can donate guitars, bring them in. I'll repair them and then give them a home. I see these guitars as orphans, and they need a home.
They need somewhere.
Yeah. And I thought, well, if I can do that on an app, some online lessons about learning scales and chords and improvising and challenges, daily challenges. And then people who subscribe can have the choice to they want a guitar as well. When you're learning, as you are, Sarah.
Yes, I'm so grateful and excited.
And how we met, we were just jamming outside the church there, and you looked so happy playing the guitar.
I did.
I just
Honestly,
said, do you want this guitar? And you said yes.
I was so happy. No, thank you so much for that. And you mentioned about the app. So in a world where everything's becoming digital, what's the magic in keeping guitars and live music alive?
I don't know is the honest answer, but I think being offline is really important. Throughout my business career, I was helping companies go online in the late 90s, and then ran a social media company for a few years. But I think being offline, being with like-minded people, 4 or 3 humans on the same beat. You know this as well, Tomson. This is why I connected with Tomson, because we didn't have to say things. We just got to play. And when you're playing with musicians, there's nothing better, is there?
It's the joy of music is in playing with other people and see them create and smile around the music. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And what made you want to play the drums?
Well, it's the music that drives me, and I think the instrument that was close to me when music played was the drum.
Yeah.
So I picked up a drum.
And did you drum and sing, or did you sing first?
I think initially I was drumming.
Yeah.
But I realized there was need for me to add something to my drumming.
Yeah.
And then the singing came into place.
And then we sort of want to share that feeling. So I've been with people who have never played before. I'm doing some work with Launchpad in Reading on a Tuesday morning, and I gave them some very sort of beginner level classical guitars, and they just sat there. There's 6 guitars there, and people are walking past them. So I go in on a Tuesday, encourage people to pick them up and play them, and people are sort of naturally scared and worried and saying, well, I can't play. I said, yeah, I know, that's what I'm here for. Just sit and hold it. There was a guy this week, he didn't want to play guitar, but he wanted to play piano, and they've got a piano there, and I just put the piano where he was sitting, and he just started noodling, and you could see the musician was there. It was just so for me, it's removing the inhibition or the barrier that people have. There's no right or wrong way of playing music. It's just keep playing, and like you're doing, Sarah, with your Tracy Chapman song.
So you clearly love giving people opportunities, and I want to talk about your role as a mentor. So excuse me, it's one thing to build projects, which you've done, but it's another one to build people. And we want to talk about your mentorship and what you've just mentioned, that you're encouraging people to pick that guitar. We know you can't play. That's why I'm here to guide you through, and then you can play. Let's talk about that after the song.
Be Radio.
Be involved.
Radio.
Welcome to the Berkshire Culture Connect, Pete. And you've mentioned so many musicians. What's one lesson you always try to pass on?
Be yourself. That was easy. Because only you can be yourself. You don't have to mimic someone else or try and be someone else or copy someone else's style. And if you focus on being yourself, then you'll be unique.
No, absolutely. And remember to breathe, like you always tell me.
Breathing is important.
And what do you think young people today need most from mentors in the creative world?
Oh, that's a good question. What do they need most? Positive role models about tolerance and inclusion, I think, and how we can learn from each other. And I think exposing people to different parts of culture that they may not have naturally been exposed to in their normal family life or their school life, I think that's really important. Certainly it's helped me grow as a person, because I'm in my late 50s now, by connecting with...
on the fifth floor.
I'm on the fifth floor. Yeah, we're on the fifth floor. So by meeting kind people like you at Tomson and Sarah as well, and just being open to listening to different types of music. I was very close to classical music growing up because I was into rock and blues. But more recently, I've started to appreciate the format of classical music. It doesn't have to be quantized to the same tempo. It doesn't have to be 2 minutes 10. It could be 8 minutes, and they could go all over the place. So I've been doing some composing. So for me, just going back to your original question, you could put yourself out of a comfort zone and find out how I can grow from it, and helping people grow in their mind as well as their technical skills, whether it's music or art or whatever it is.
No, that's beautiful. And has there been a moment when you realised the real impact your work has had on someone's life? I know, definitely speaking from experience, I'm so grateful to be able to learn how to play the guitar. So for me, I definitely say you've been quite an impact in my creativity, especially as a musician. So
you.
Just a little side note just to say thank you. But yes, has there been a moment when and Tomson too.
And likewise, both of you inspire me what you do. I think my antennae is getting better for identifying good people like yourselves and working with people who want to give. We meet people, and some people take, some people give, and it's nice to hang around with people who give, like Dion. I'm working with Dion at the moment. My singer.
Yeah, I love Dion.
She's got a great attitude.
Have you met Dion, Sarah?
Not sure.
You need to meet Dion.
I do need to meet Dion.
She's got this lovely voice, and when she's talking to you and when she starts singing, it's different thing.
Yeah,
altogether. Beautiful soul. And what's your approach to balancing business with community purpose? Because you clearly managed to do both.
That's a very good question. So in 2003, I left corporate world. I was doing a really well-paid job for Hamleys and Waitrose and Toys, those sort of retailers. And my kids were young, and I wasn't seeing them. So I thought, I'm going to do some work and just talk to my neighbours, because I was a commuter. I lived in Thailand, commuted into London. And I saw a job advert for sales marketing for a local business. So I rung them up, and it was my old school, Deanfield School in Tilehurst. Comprehensive school, nothing special about it, but it's just a normal comprehensive school. And there was a guy called Mark Adams who said, do you want to run a business in your school? And I thought he meant like Young Enterprise, where you have a fake company and you make Christmas cards. But it was... it opened my eyes to the social return on investment. So we, as business people, we talk about return on investment, put money into it and get something back as a dividend. But the social return on investment is how many jobs can you create? How many people can you impact as a business behaving as a business. So you're creating a surplus, you're trading ethically with people. And this was around the time, 2002, there was a new Education Act. Sorry, there's a long-winded answer, but basically the government created this new format called a community interest company.
Okay.
And that's what, 20 years ago, I thought, this is where I belong. Because I didn't want to do commercial for personal gain, because I wasn't motivated by that. But I wanted to do commercial for community gain. So everyone benefits. So not necessarily politically socialist with a small s, but it's really... So I got introduced to community interest companies. I helped my school raise £1 million back in 2006.
Wow.
For
£1 million?
It's just a number.
Yeah.
It's just a number.
It's a good number.
Yeah, it's good. And that was to incubate some ideas that the school were having around how they could be more efficient and how a business could help them do that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the dirty word of profit for individuals. It was profit for community and social profit.
Yes.
So from an intellectual point, I did business and marketing as a degree. I thought, I love this space. And of course, we're trying to do stuff together with your projects, Tomson. And every time I meet people, and doing the Rock Academy, that was a CIO, a charity.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to understand how we can use our business skills and now help musicians. To keep more of their royalties. I'm really interested
progress in what they do rather than just think, music doesn't pay, I'll leave it.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Fixed streaming is a big campaign going on. I'm an MU member, Musicians Union, and Ivers Academy, so I'm really strongly sort of supporting people to earn, and through their own creativity to keep more of their earnings.
That's right.
And if that means we have to do mentoring and business for musicians, that's great. Some people want other people to do that for them. That's just as good as well.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we really want to know where to go if we want to find out about play guitar.
More music plays next. B Radio.
No need to have tears. No need to have tears because we've got Pete in the studio. Because we've got play guitar in the studio. Pete, it's been such a pleasure having you on the show. Your story really captures the spirit of Reading. You are proof that passion and purpose can go hand in hand.
Oh, you're very kind.
Yeah. And also, what a journey from a local kid with a guitar to local hero, shaping the generation. Oh, absolutely. My God. Yeah. We love stories like yours, raw, real, rooted right here in the Berkshire. And thanks for keeping the strings of Reading strumming.
Hey, I love
absolutely.
It. You should write that down.
That was good.
I know.
That was good.
You've got a question.
Yeah. I do. So, Pete, when you look back at everything you've achieved from Rock Academy to the Pride of Reading Awards, congratulations again.
Thank you.
What keeps you grounded?
Thinking about my brother. So Tomson knows this. So I lost my brother in 21, 7 days after I lost my mum. My mum was...
sorry to hear.
No, it's cool. But grief is really tough. But when you've got music and you've got friends like you two, it's bearable, and my brother was 57, he had a heart attack. I think it was stress as well as, at that time we had COVID and stuff. So I've now got this medicinal head on, using music to help relieve stress. And I had a long chat with Green Park about this. So we're going to be doing stuff next year in Green Park about how
beautiful.
And you do it as well, Tomson. I know. Yeah. I've seen you in action.
Well, I try to do things around.
We do it together, don't we? Like Kate's Grove. We do
of course. Yeah.
And so I think thinking about him, thinking about the life that he hasn't got, but what I can do. Because every day is really precious, and we know Steve Shirley. She told us not to waste time. We shouldn't waste time. So I think that keeps me grounded, and I think of him when I'm just about to play, so that keeps it real. And I'm playing guitar, so no egos can creep in. That's it. Sorry, it was a serious answer.
Thank you so much. No, that's very true. What's next for Pete Doyle? Any dreams or projects you're still chasing?
Well, this Play the Guitar project is the one that I feel I've still got one more project left in me, which is recycling guitars, repairing. It's taking me back to my very first passion, which is to take a guitar apart and try and rebuild it, which I did when I was 16. And this one I've got with me, this one I refretted. So this has got a new life. So and I like the craftsmanship. So my dad was a carpenter, so that the idea of doing things with your hand, being offline, is quite important. So I'll have a little workshop, a little bench in the Broad Street area, the bike hub, so people can come and watch. If they want to. It's really boring.
Do you know what? It's exciting to see someone craft something.
Yeah.
I love to just sit there and watch people do things.
Yeah.
I watch videos of that, so I think it would be cool to allow people to come and sit and watch. Maybe it could inspire them.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, do and mend was an expression I remember my parents talking about, during the Second World War, so they grew up in the 20s and the 30s, over 100 years ago, my parents' generation. So they didn't have a lot. So it was, just making good use of what we've got. You could take anything, a bit of string, a bit of sellotape, and just make something happen.
You mentioned you wanted sellotape in there. You've seen the city change. You've helped shape its sound. When you look back, what stands out?
Well, I think I can dispute your statement there. It's not just me. It's there's loads of people. Sid Siddle, he's been putting on events for a long time. Dave Moore, he promotes a lot of music. Caroline and Liz, as we know, they do a lot of good stuff on the walk. It's not a walking group. It's actually very good.
It's a community.
It's a community, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a family.
And I like it when I get a message from Tomson that says, "Do you fancy doing this?" And I have no idea what's going to happen. One minute we could be in Reading, next minute flying to Australia.
Yeah,
I love that. And if you could leave one message for anyone out there who's sitting at home thinking, "I wish I could play guitar," what would you say to them?
Do it, and don't waste time thinking about it. Come into Reading at the Bike Hub, and you'll see me at the back. I'm setting it up today, which will be going live in November. And if you can't come into Reading, go to playtheguitar.co.uk
online,
and you can see there. And if you don't live near Reading, you should move into Reading. No,
absolutely.
You've got access to this.
So I do want to take it national over the next 2 or 3 years. But let's build something cool in Reading. With you guys helping as well, that'd be amazing.
Definitely.
Thank you, Pete.
Definitely.
Thank you, and have a lovely, lovely, lovely week and month ahead. We hope to speak before Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Cheers.
Across Berkshire.
B Radio. This is
B Radio. 95.